Hey everybody, it's me, Mr. D, Mr. D's Classroom. I want to talk to you guys briefly today about people that have replied on my site. I mean, on my YouTube channel, saying they've talked to a lot of different people and this stuff doesn't work, and some say it does work. I want to talk to you about this and how you should look at this. But first, I'm gonna back up. I digress a little bit. I'm gonna back up, and I want to talk to you about how I got into this and from where I started to where things are today. Um, I was a while back. I was a stockbroker with a company called Payne Weber, and um, I had this client. He was a doctor, but he had a friend who was a banker. And one day, I was trying to get his banker as one of my clients, and the banker and I started talking. And I went into his office to talk to him about, signing up with me and so I could handle his money. And we talked about, I talked about how this world was different and how, government does things and they're hiding a lot of different things from us. So he took out a piece of paper. He said, "I want to show you something, Dan." He took out a piece of paper, and I was getting ready to write. He wanted me to write on this paper, but then he took the paper back and said, "No, no." And he asked his secretary to go get a napkin. Just find something. Just find a napkin, like in the bathroom. Those little rolls you get if you after you've to wash your hands. So she comes back with one of those, and he put it on a table, and he wrote something on it. He wrote the bank he worked for. He wrote paid to the order of. He had a place where I could actually sign it. Then he put a number. He put $10 on there. I think it was $10. That was so long ago. It could have been 20, but I'm sure I think it was 10. But anyway, he wrote $10 on this piece of paper, and I signed it. I didn't use a sovereign signature. I didn't use without recourse. I didn't use without prejudice. I didn't even use how would I say my trust signature. I just signed it the way I sign everything else. And he said, "Hold on just a minute." So he left. He took that note, came back, and gave me $10. And he said that money is created through debt, and money is created through the signatures of the people. And so he took my signature and turned that into $10. So, and then he told me, I said, "So how is this?" And then he set me down this rabbit hole. He said, "I want you to go read um, The Creature of Jekyll Island and also Modern Money Mechanics." And so I read the Creature of Jekyll Island it's a thick book. I'm like, I ain't read all this shit. But anyway, I listened to it. But I did read Modern Money Mechanics, and I realized that we have a very complex system that we're dealing with. And we have a government that has secrets that they want to protect. And they move their US codes around so you don't find them. Like 31 USC 3002 it was moved, I think, to 31 USC 518. So it's all these, they move these things around so you can never create a pattern. What they don't want is to have a pattern on how to discharge debt, how to create promissory notes, anything like this, because there are people out here with questionable morals. There are people that will charge up a debt, then pay it off. Then discharge it, charge, discharge, and go back and forth with credit cards. And if we had a mass number of people doing that, it would wreck our economy. And even though this economy is not set up for us, which I think, it's their system, but we have to have something. And I'd rather have something that we can work with than something we can't. So I started getting into this years and years ago. And I used programs that I created myself out of necessity. When I had to deal with the government, I said, "Okay, well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try paying this debt with this." I create a note, send it to them. They didn't accept it. I had a student loan. I tried to create my own checks, send it in. I got a letter back from them saying, if you continue to do this, we're going to hold you in, for frivolous filings and all this kind of stuff. And I said, whatever. So I made another promissory note. I went to a guy, Michael Talbot, and I saw a video how he made it, but I made some changes to the promissory note he made. And I said, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and make my own promissory note. I sent that off, had it notarized. Next thing you know, I had $152,000 taken off my credit report because that's what I had actually owed on my student loan. The original student loan was like $42,000 to get my master's and specialize in, dealing with depression, anxiety, stuff like that. But anyway, when I sent that in, next thing you know, they didn't tell me it was approved. They didn't give me any proof it was approved. All I could do when I went to my credit report, it was no longer on there. It was gone on all 3 credit reports. So when people talk about this stuff doesn't work, this is not for the average person, because think about it this way. Let's say you're a cook and you've been cooking for a long time, so you know the ins and outs of your kitchen. So you have a jar. Someone hands you a jar that you have a hard time opening. It's like mayonnaise or some shit like that. So you've got different ways to open that jar. You can try to twist it. It doesn't come off. You can take a knife, stick it underneath it, try to tip it like that, or, open it with the knife. That doesn't work. You can use heat, that doesn't work. But eventually you're going to find a process that works, or something that works to get that mayonnaise open, so you can go ahead, whatever recipe you're making, you can use that leverage to move forward with the process. And that's the same thing with this. If you're upset because your processes don't work, or people are telling you this thing and telling you that, that's perfect. That's why you need to learn this yourself. You need to go get books. You need to find out, read, the Modern Money Mechanics, and that tells you everything, or Meet Your Straw Man. These type of books tell you how to maneuver through this situation, through this government's crazy, shark-infested waters of commerce, So this is up to you. If you're having a problem getting your processes done, they can be done, because House Joint Resolution 192 and Public Law 73-10 tells you that you can do this. So it's not whether or not you can do it, it's whether or not you can do it. See what I'm saying? It's whether or not it can't be done, it's whether or not if you can do it. So, it may not be for you. If you get upset when you try to present something and it doesn't work, well, that's on you. What are you going to do? You're going to sit there and take the defeat, or you can go learn more and find a different way around to get that process to work. And that's what I do. I never blame anybody for what they tell me, because I do my own research. And that's what this boils down to. So I just want to say to you guys, you send me this stuff online, I'm not the one to have sympathy for you, because I know, especially as a Black man in this country, I had to learn this system, and it's convoluted. It's a hard system to learn, but I learned it. And I mean, there's some things I still don't know, and I'm still learning. But I would say 60 to 70% of my presentments, I get answers to. I get it done. But that doesn't mean you're going to be able to get it done, because you don't think the way I do. I change the way I see this world, and that's what you guys have to do. If you look at something and it doesn't work the first time, and you get mad to somebody that told you how to do this, then that's on you. But with me, I decided, look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to figure this shit out, whether, someone tells me or not. And that's how I started. I started figuring things out. So now there is nothing you can give me that I don't know how to work my way through. It's like discharging debt. Why discharge debt when you can go challenge the credit bureaus? And if you can get that off your credit, what the hell does that debt even mean? Because if you've already given them a coupon, which and coupons are legal. Coupons are good to use. You can use that. So if you've already given them a coupon, they can't sue you for nothing, because they've accepted it. They didn't return it, so they have accepted your payment. So when that happens, that's just how it is. So You know, but that's what I'm saying. So when they've accepted that coupon, then that debt has been settled. So why not just go right to the credit bureaus and say, look, I'm done. We're ready. Let's fix this. You know, get this off of my credit because I've accomplished what I was looking to do. But anyway, this is Mr. D, Mr. D's classroom. Remember, happiness is a choice. To choose to be happy, and you are whatever comes after I am. I'm out. Peace.